introduction. Good morning to everybody out there, in the storm. Send our prayers out to the people out in Houston, Texas, who are going through this blackout. So, send prayers to them this morning, and for the people who are safe throughout this storm, and may God provide for those who don't have. But for me, I've been out in the snow. I'm going back out in the snow again today. I went yesterday, but not as long as I wanted to. So hopefully today will be a better day. But good morning. Good morning. All right. So how did we get to this point? Part two. So in part one, we used the word condone, how the word condone applied to our lives, and why we should begin to use this word and be familiar with the word and how the word is applied. Now today's word in part two is how do we get to this point is algorithm. And you would say, well, what would algorithm have to do with us? So I'm going to explain all that, and we'll see that word in a whole new different way, which is what we do here. We reshape our thinking in the way that we see things and identify with words and how words are applied in our lives. So today let us begin, and this is an acknowledgement that any human being is born with the abilities to do good, to be a good person. However, if manipulation, jealousy, or blame shifting, or deceit offers one a greater reward or edge in life, many remain content where they are. So this is just the first example of how we got to this point of where we are, just based on what was just said. So okay, in part one, we discussed the word condone, what its meaning is, how it applies to our lives, our core morals, and what our core values are as a people, as human beings. Today we're going to discuss the word algorithm, which is defined as a process or set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem-solving operations. So this is the definition for that word. Now we're going to find out what that word actually is. What is the importance of this word? What is the importance of this word? And why do we need to apply this word in our everyday lives? It is because your subconscious mind works and responds in the same exact way. So when they're describing to you in technical terms the word algorithm is actually a definition of what it is that you possess, which is your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is where your light is. So when people say, oh, I feel lifted, or I feel born again, or I'm in tune with who I am, this is what you're in touch with. You're actually in touch with your subconscious mind. So, algorithm is the same thing. It's just a technical term. And I want to start out with this, and I want to explain what the difference between an algorithm is and what your subconscious mind is. A bone. We're looking at a human being. A bone can heal. When injured, the human brain never recovers. So, out of all the things that are in your body, those things, some of those things can heal. The majority of them can't. But when you get an injury to the brain, you're never the same. You might get a function back, be able to use your arm, but there's also a twitch that goes with it. So you're never, that's the only muscle that you damage. And it damages and damages and damages. It doesn't repair itself. It can heal certain areas, but the damage is still there. Okay, so by reshaping how we identify with words along with a word's application, things become much clearer. And a lot of the drama and a lot of the uncertainties that a lot of us face in our lives is because we play word games, word manipulation, instead of dealing with words for what they actually are. So by dealing with them for what they actually are, it's less stressful. Let other people, find out what words mean and things like that. As long as you know what they mean and we understand how they apply based on facts, it's less of a stress reliever. We know where we are. Okay, so algorithms, back to algorithms. Algorithms are used on us every day, every second, and every minute. And I'm going to give 3 examples of how algorithms are done in all various situations, but algorithms and scripts are being used. Okay, so a song playing over and over until you sing the song without having the song being played. And we see this all the time. It's music that you may not even like, and you're listening to AM radio and they're playing it on AM radio. You're in a store and they're playing it in the store. They play it so much that you're driving one day and you just start singing the song. Again, this is an algorithm. This is the script that they're using. Alright, so now you walk into a store, an associate comes up and says, hey, what do you think about this product? It's a bar of soap. Now you look at it, oh, what do you think about the packaging? Is that good? Does it smell good? You smell it, and then they're like, oh, okay, thanks for your opinion. And now you're shopping. As you're shopping in the store, now you're coming out into the main aisle. Come out into the main aisle, they got a huge display with, hey, it's on sale, same product. Now, you finish your shopping, you're in the checkout line, and you look over, and there's that same product. Hey, on sale, last chance, get it. So now we'll go to a different scenario, whereas you think of a family member, or you think of a friend, and it's like, whenever you're around the person, they seem to get under your skin. And this usually happens like around the holidays and things like that. But it's just that people seem to know what your buttons are, and they push them, and you're at a loss for it. So these are scripts. These are different ways that algorithms are being played, because if you look at them as algorithms, then you deal with them in a much different way. So different situations. However, group all of these situations into one, just saying that it's an algorithm, and that each different situation, those are scripts that are being used. Okay, so like number one, these are scripts. Number one, they played the song enough times, so that was the one for the first example. You play the songs enough times, you're going to buy them. Number two is, see the product enough times, you're going to, what are the odds you're going to buy them? Number three, say something enough times to cause a reaction. So this is what algorithms do. They constantly play these scripts over and over and over to get a reaction from you. So scripts, in short, are situations that are used to cause reactions. And how do these reactions affect us at our core, where our morals and values are? This is in your subconscious also, so I'm going to explain what these algorithms are doing to those core morals and values. So no matter what a person believes in, no matter what a person's core morals or core values are, they become useless once outside of the home. So your values, what you have in your home for yourself and your family, but once you walk outside that door, your core values and your core morals are out the door. So now you become impartial. Now we're going to hear that word again, impartial. So algorithms are not meant or designed to brainwash us. That's not what they're meant to do. Although, people can, and people do, use algorithms to brainwash. So it can be used. But algorithms are used to make us impartial. And you would say, why would they spend, well, we'll talk about 2019, they spent $253.6 billion on marketing, targeting us. So when you say, well, impartial, why would they spend so much money just to, make us impartial? By making you impartial means that what it's doing over time is it's breaking you away from your morals and your values. So once you walk outside that door, your values and your morals mean nothing. And that's the key. If I can get you to take away from your morals and values, make you impartial to other people's morals and values, then I've divided you. So now you understand the process of what's really being attacked. Okay, so the meaning is, it's okay to have your own set of morals and your own set of values, yet we are impartial to others' morals and values. Remember, there's a separation where core values are all over the world. They're universal laws of core values and core morals. So remember, if we break these things apart, then you have lawlessness. So, lastly, the most fragile and strongest muscle is our brain. Our subconscious mind is who we are as a person. Our desires, our beliefs, and standards reside in our subconscious mind. But in all things, when you use time and patience, nothing can come at you. Again, it goes to say that these videos can be used for good and they can be used for bad. But one thing that none of them can contend with is time and patience. Time and patience, because time and patience allows you to use certain rules to protect yourself, as well as to take on your responsibility in any situation. And what time and patience, when we use this, and what are the rules when dealing with algorithms and when we're dealing with people who are coming at us with these scripts. Number one, what is the situation promoting? And then number two, what are the rules to this situation? And then number three, what is the positive and the negatives of one's decision? So if you make a decision, you can't blame anyone else, because you made the decision right then and there based upon the information that you based your decision on. Okay, so number four is the situation offering equal value? Meaning, are you giving more to the situation, or is the situation giving more to you? In any situation, it should be a 50-50 thing. So, if it's not, if it's in balance, then that has to weigh on the decision you make. Anything that goes against the balance of you and goes against the balance of your morals and your values, it should be a no-brainer. You have to stand by your core morals and values, because if we become two people, once we walk out and we put on a different face for different people that we meet, then we're people who are walking around with no morals or values. And this is how we got to this point. because we became individual instead of just, you know, holding on to the values and the morals that we had. So condoning was the part on the human side of us. Condoning was where we take our responsibility to how we got to this point. However, the algorithms, the scripts that are being used outside of us, which I always talk about unforeseen forces, the scripts and the propaganda that is being played, those are being used against us also. But we ignore them both because we're impartial. And until we become whole in who we are, in our own standards and our own morals, you know, the world becomes a better place. So it's not to say that we have to be become different people, harder people. No, we become the same people that we are, if not better, or not our best self. But what we don't do, or what we won't do, is, you know, we won't sell our brains short. You know, the circle around us has to be the circle around us. And, you know, there's things that they have to stand for, and they have to fall in line with your standards and your morals and your values. And that's no matter who it is. And that's how we, you know, take that first step to make the world a better place, is by making the circles around us, social circles around us, you know, better. So hopefully that wasn't too much, too long. Happy to be back. Thankful to the new subscribers and the new viewers who have come on. Everybody's welcome. So click like, subscribe, share, and thank you. A few of my videos have gone over the 200 view mark, so, you know, I'm glad that this message is getting out there to the people that want it. So with that, everyone have the most beautiful day. Have an awesome day, and peace and blessings.